All right, good morning, good evening, good night. Another episode of NFT Live. I'm sitting here with my main man, Crypto Buffalo. Hashtag free Ronin, please. Hashtag free Ronin in the house. He is not going to be here today for today's NFT Live episode. We wish him the best. We are ready to get started here with an episode about FLOWERpatch, about generative art, about wax, about all of these things around the metaverse. We're excited to have you guys in here. How you doing, Crypto Buffalo?
Good, man. Filling in for the Ronin, and you beat me to the hashtag free Ronin, hashtag where's Ronin, hashtag party of four, search party of four for Ronin, my man. I was going to steal his background, but nah, that's just not classy here in LADZ City. I decided to move into a new district today. The dollhouse isn't behind me. I think I'm in an alleyway or something. I'll figure it out. But this is NFT Live, baby. We got a lot of good news. This is going to be a short episode. I got to run back to Microsoft here in a little bit, so we're going to get to it. Q, I'll let you take it, man.
What part of LADZ City is Microsoft in?
Oh, they're not in LADZ City. I tried to get into LADZ City when they tried to get Discord, which I got a little nervous about. But, you know, mad props to Microsoft. They definitely helped me out over the years. But in 2 weeks, I'm out. I'm Andy Dufresne. I'm escaping.
Awesome, man. Well, like I said, guys, we have an amazing episode here with FLOWERpatch. They're building an awesome MMORPG with cannabis growing. And so this company, Nugbase, is building FLOWERpatch. It's going to be a great discussion, and they're going to take us all throughout the platform. Really cool stuff, really cool interface that they've built. We are going to get to some comments first. Let's do that. So we've got Llama666 in the house. We've got Web TV Global, Brandon, Crypto Stamina, Jason, Matt Radke, 1111 is here, Nomads is in the house. Nightbot is still in the house. Apologies. I said I'd kick out Nightbot yesterday. I didn't get to it.
Couldn't do it.
So Cryptophasia's already got the strong ban hammer here. AdsCan2's in the house, Shaggy Downs. All of you guys are here for an amazing NFT Live episode. And we are going to get to it, man. Not much LAD stuff to get to today. It is going to be a short episode. We're going to touch mainly on FLOWERpatch, but then we're going to hit the remaining NFT news for the week. So good to have you guys here, taking you around the metaverse, taking you into the best projects, which we're about to touch on. Buff, you got anything before we hop into this video?
Yeah, if you can go ahead and get your desktop sharing set up again. I know we turned that off right before the show. Right now I see you behind a green screen. Oh, no, I broke the fourth wall. No, I mean, he's in LADZ City, you guys. What are you talking about, Buffalo? Huge shout out to everybody. And this is NFT Live. If you're brand new here, welcome. We do this twice a week now because, as you know, the NFT space is blowing up. And also, we do a lot of other shows where yesterday we had Layer 1 Live, tomorrow's Layer 1 podcast. Thursday's Easy Street, which is an interactive podcast live. And then on Friday, we call it LADZ Day because we pack that full into the brim like a festival of content where we start off with a second serving of NFT Live. Then we go to NFT Arcade. Then we go to LADZ City Radio along with a poker tournament happening at the same time. It gets crazy. Huge shout out to my man DJ Savage. 30 plus hours. Can you believe that? I don't know how he does it.
I couldn't. I woke up and I couldn't believe it multiple times. So right. I think I woke up from a nap after, the first time, and I was just like, how is this still going? And then I woke up the next morning and he was still going.
Yeah. Yeah, he's definitely living up to the name Savage. Yeah, I'm very honored to pass the torch to him when I do the show. DJ Savage, my man. Yeah, my utmost respect. And I'm curious what your secret is on how you keep on going.
All right, guys, this is going to be the episode here. We're going to interview FLOWERpatch now and the Nugbase team. We have Joe Fisher and Andre Adele, both co-founders of Nugbase. They're creating a great project here. If it's your first time, like and subscribe on the videos. We do appreciate you guys showing up here today. And we will roll this footage of the project and then get straight to the co-founders.
Here at Nugbase, we're trying to make the first cannabis game that doesn't suck.
I've been involved in the movement for 15 years, and I've seen thousands of different patients that were stricken with hundreds of different types of ailments. The vast majority all found relief utilizing cannabis.
One day we were all sitting on the couch talking about, tech, cryptocurrency. We were all kind of really into crypto. We were into Bitcoin. Ethereum was just coming around the corner.
We decided to combine our love of gaming, cannabis, and cryptocurrency to make something that's never existed before.
We all looked around at each other and realized that the caliber of cannabis games that currently existed were subpar and embodied the Reefer Madness narrative.
Our original idea was to create a cannabis game which actually rewarded you with real weed at partner dispensaries, which had never been done before. And that's still our intention today.
We were inspired by games with big and vibrant communities because those are the games we wanted to play. They've got modders who are actively creating content, and they've got players that you can engage with.
We decided that if anyone was going to create a fun, educational, interactive game about cannabis, it would be people like us.
We drew a lot of inspiration from games like Minecraft and Stardew Valley, and we wanted to create a collaborative farming experience that was really unlike anything that we'd seen before. The game itself is comprised of doing things like building fences, adding automation, working with other people in your neighborhood, taking your flowers to market.
So in order to make a cannabis game that doesn't suck, we wanted to focus on community-driven design.
Bringing in chat features, breed fee sharing, and also harvesting kind of all into one, as well as...
Awesome, man. And if you guys want to catch the rest of that video, go to the FLOWERpatch YouTube. It is an awesome, like 4-minute long video. I really loved it. We have Joe Fisher and Andre Adele here. We are going to have ourselves a great interview, fellas. How are we doing today?
Doing so well. Thank you so much for having us. Really love the show. I see Llama saying it's 420 over there. Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, so it's really been an honor and a privilege for us to be able to work on this project. We got into the NFT scene in 2018. Heavily inspired by CryptoKitties, of course, kind of with the breeding system. But looking at CryptoKitties, we're like, well, what this is missing is like a nice game for these kitties. And people kind of built some stuff around in like the CryptoKitties ecosystem, but I think like the Dapper Labs themselves would have done well to really kind of push that concept. So that's what we wanted to do. Plus, kind of again, going into this idea that a lot of cannabis companies treat it as kind of a joke, which I find a little hurtful. Like you'll find these kind of meme games with like rapper branding all over them and kind of gimmicky mechanics, trying to kind of take your money really efficiently in some sort of mobile gameplay thing or something. So it's kind of weird because, to us, to my team, we have activists on the team. We have people who worked in the cannabis industry for decades at this point, or at least cumulatively. And we know that like it's one of the most amazing materials for a variety of reasons. Like in terms of industrial uses, hemp can be used to create pretty much every item in your house and the house itself. Like the rate at which it grows is exceptional. You can produce paper much more cheaply. Obviously, we know the sails that were used to sail to America were made out of hemp. This is like the word canvas comes from the word cannabis. So there's just like this incredible rich history all throughout the history of humanity that is sort of being swept under the rug. And of course, the medicinal uses going back to like, in the before Christ era where they're using it for managing pain and joint issues and everything else. So that's kind of where we wanted to come at it from, more of a spiritual angle, more a respectful angle, more of an angle of, trying to do something good for the world, something educational, but also something like fun and creative, something that people could really sit down and enjoy doing. Some of the feedback that we get is like we're one of the only Metaverse games that really involves a game mechanic as a core part of it. So farming is kind of a core aspect of it. And in a sense, it's kind of like a clicker game. So, it involves kind of planting your fields and then harvesting them and kind of collecting your rewards and doing this. Some people find an element of Zen in this. In the future, one of the ways that we're scaling this idea of like wealth imbalance that a lot of games struggle with, and also dealing with the fact that some players kind of love the clicky mechanics, but some players just want to kind of like be passive. So this kind of creates, I think, a natural sort of ecosystem where sort of free to play and new players can help the richer players to manage their farms and do like profit sharing type of stuff. So these are some of the ideas that we're playing with and kind of the approach that we're coming from.
Yeah, the creative nature really pops off the screen. We were in the actual app, which we'll show here in a second, and I really liked the Zen vibes. You guys have the audio playing in the background. You just it's a comfortable game for sure, and you guys went about it the right way. I love the ethos there. So I kind of just want to hop into the actual creation. I was talking to one of our creators on the network, Easy and Crypto, and he was saying, "Oh, you guys are gonna have FLOWERpatch on. Those guys are OG. They're back in the day." And I'm like, "Wait, what?" And so we like hopped in and looked around, and it's much like a lot of the other projects we have on the channel. Once you get past the seeing the project or just getting past that first kind of introduction, you're like, oh my God, there's so much here. So take me into, from a user perspective, how the game works, what the actual players are doing, and we'll start there.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we appreciate the compliment. I mean, for us on the NFT industry, we really want to show what can be done with these NFTs. There are a lot of NFTs that are just art displays, and those are great and very beautiful. But for us, we're really pushing the expanse of an NFT with FLOWERpatch. In terms of the game mechanics, it is a very peaceful farming game. So the mechanics fall under the lines of planting your flowers, tilling the land, harvesting and watering the plants. But also we have this really beautiful breeding feature where you can breed with any plant next to you, and you'll actually produce completely unique children, 3 unique offspring for each breed.
And noting that when you breed with somebody, you actually pay them ETH directly as part of the breeding fee. So like one of the cool things that we did, I haven't really seen this before, is that there's no like withdrawal or like extra steps involved. When people breed with you, you just receive ETH directly to your wallet. And we email you saying like, hey, you got Ethereum directly to your wallet. So people kind of, people I think enjoy that. We try to, as a design principle, remove friction anywhere possible. Like I think the main challenges of crypto are user experience oriented. They're, you know, like getting a wallet, getting the funds, setting it up, doing like going through all these steps, it can be quite challenging for people. So yeah, like ultimately our goal is to make it so that you can be at a dispensary, for example, and you have one of our physical cards that you receive there. So these are, here, I'll try to take this out of the packaging. The idea with this is that, yeah, you're at a partner dispensary, you receive one of our flower cards, which has a QR code that I will cover. And then, you know, from the QR code, you scan this with your phone, you can create a Ethereum account with Portis using just an email and password. So it's nothing to install. And then, you know, you basically press one button. We deliver you the flower on Polygon using layer 2. So it happens like pretty much instantaneously. And then you can be playing the game within 30 seconds. So you can go from like literally knowing nothing about crypto at all to being part of our game environment in 30 seconds with one of these physical cards. Yeah, user experience.
For the more crypto native person who's not going to find this game via, you know, a house or a shop, like they're finding out about it on NFT Live. I'm looking at a metaverse here. Where do I start? I'm seeing the outline you guys have here. I'm seeing the different tools: till, land, plant, water. Where would I start? Would I start on the marketplace, or how would that process get going?
Yeah, I mean, the first thing we'd like to say is we would welcome any new players on our Discord. Our FLOWERpatch Discord, there's a lot of great information. We have our user start guides. We have 1,000+ strong in our community that are willing to help you. And if Discord is not your thing, we also have blogs that have a lot of information, as well as just exploring inside the marketplace and the game. All of those combined will give you a really good idea of what's going on. But we can't say enough about our Discord community. If anyone wants to join or anyone wants to learn more, come join the fun over there.
Yeah, I'd also like to mention that on Discord is usually a great way to get some free flowers. People often have a bunch of extra commons that they get from breeding, because you get 3 every time that you breed, that they're generally happy to share, give away. OpenSea, of course, is a great resource as well. We're happy to be one of the first projects on OpenSea to be on the Polygon network, which means that you get that like really, really cool experience. If you guys haven't seen it, it's worth checking out, because it's kind of like that user experience stuff that I'm talking about. On OpenSea, you can now list things with no fees. You can buy things with no fees. It's all like instantaneous and fast on Polygon. Really quite amazing. It's enabled people to start doing micro purchases again. Like in the past, a lot of cheap NFTs were basically priced out of the market completely. But now it's possible again to go buy a flower for like $1 or $2 and start experiencing the game. The other part that I wanted to briefly touch upon is this this Metaverse aspect. One of the first partners that we have is the Grow House. So this is our first expansion where we have kind of a second continent, which has kind of different mechanics. It's a different company that's running it, that we're kind of doing it with them. They're more focused on DeFi, whereas we're more focused on like gameplay stuff. But both worlds share the mechanics of having like land that you can plant in, as well as using the flowers. So this is our first step. In the near future, we're going to add extra worlds and extra partners to really kind of flesh out the Canaverse into
Nice.
yeah.
Man, I feel like an idiot. I've been playing this game Valheim lately, right? And I'm sitting there farming carrots in a game by myself with nobody else in the world. And now I see this and I go, okay, I really need to start farming something that's going to bring me some money. And I would love to know, what are some influences in the sense of game design and I guess growth of this game that you guys are kind of basing this off of?
Yeah. So, you know, for me, it's hard to admit this, but I think the best farming game ever made was Minecraft. It's I don't know. It's kind of sad, maybe, but I really do think so, because you know, it just has those incredibly satisfying mechanics of being able to like sow your seeds, plant things. It has a whole bunch of cool automations. It's got mods. It's got like all that weird like pipelining and factory stuff. So you can really like make a thing where you like farm wheat and farm sugar and like make all the base ingredients and then make a factory that creates cakes. You know, it's like, whoa, that's a cool farming game, right? And then so there, in particular with Minecraft, there's this niche mod. I can't say that, I'm not really expecting anybody to heard it too much. It's called Thaumcraft. Thaumcraft honestly is like a redefinition of Minecraft into this kind of magic world where it's all about kind of crafting recipes, and you have like a cauldron, you have to discover magical components, and it has this incredible like kind of skill tree in this big book, and it's so incredibly well made and so incredibly well designed. Honestly, it's mind blowing as a mod. If anybody has like for some reason wants to waste a month of their life to like play Minecraft in a totally different way, that's like amazing. Thaumcraft is unbelievable. Aside from that, yeah, Stardew Valley, huge influence in Stardew Valley. Like I think like if you look at Stardew Valley, it's clear that he built, Concerned Ape built one of the greatest farming games ever by himself by really focusing on love. You know, I think this is a big topic for me. Is like as a game developer, you really have to bring love into it, like attention to detail, small little kind of silly things. An example is like in CryptoKitties. You know, when I first went to CryptoKitties and you hit the like button on CryptoKitties, little like cat paw like flies up and swats it, and you're like, whoa! They made a little cat paw just like fly up and swat it, and it does nothing. Like it's not a functional requirement, but it brings delight to the user. It brings so much enjoyment. So if we can take things like Stardew Valley and make it more multiplayer while keeping that same level of love and enjoyment, that'd be fantastic. That'd be a huge win for me as a developer.
So I'm going to go to the comment section here. We have XPOW, one of our content creators here on the channel. He says, does it take a large investment to earn anything noteworthy? Can a small investment make a difference?
You know, I wouldn't say that I consider FLOWERpatch to be like an investment-oriented game. You know, a lot of games like Axie and stuff, they're kind of pushing that play-to-earn narrative and stuff. I personally find that to be kind of risky, both as a legal strategy and also just kind of setting expectations. So, you know, I would hope that people are mostly interested in kind of the fun aspect of it. In terms of making, like earning things, even with a common flower, if you're sitting there and harvesting it on a regular basis, you'll be earning our seed tokens. But again, because we're not really like trying to push the speculation angle, our seed tokens mechanics is such that they're produced as people harvest flowers and then like play the game. So like the minting is controlled by people harvesting flowers. That's the only way that seeds are created. So in a sense, it's kind of like proof of gaming, you know, POG, where
Got him.
yeah. So like you can earn like some stuff, but I'm not going to say that it's really like an investment. I'm not going to say that's really like earning money in any way. I'm not going to say that seed is going to be worth anything or like any of that. But there are some players who are like the sort of more top tier players who have the like legendary flowers, the really good ones that people want to breed with a lot. Those guys make fairly regular revenue directly in Ethereum from people going, finding their flowers on the map, planting beside them, and then breeding with them.
Interesting. I want to ask this question because a lot of the guests that we have on the channel have projects that maybe started 3 weeks ago at some of the, you know, really like you guys have been around since 2018. What was it like building through that bare winter, man?
Oh man, honestly, thank you for that question. It was terrifying and awful, and we almost went bankrupt a number of times. So yeah, on the one hand, it was really cool to get into the industry really early on because, you know, now we have all these relationships. We're kind of good friends with OpenSea. We've met them in San Francisco. We go to events like Polygon just brought us out to BTC Miami. We were VIPs at BTC Miami, which was really cool. Grow events, similarly, we were VIPs there. So like that part is really, really nice, just to have that level of connections. But of course, yeah, the crypto winter was absolutely devastating. So basically, I left my job in 2018, maybe 2017, for the sake of pursuing crypto full time.
Nice.
Kind of as a complete YOLO. I was previously working in Silicon Valley doing just computer development. So it was a big risk for us, and quite frankly, last year was just awful. Last year, we were having 300 GWE gas fees, which priced our project out almost completely. Like nobody really wanted to, breed flowers when it costs hundreds of dollars to breed flowers. And our project was aimed as more of a low cost kind of game. So the NFTs that were successful during that time were the ones that were like very scarce and very expensive. So those like multi-million-dollar ones that were starting to hit the news and stuff. So for us, that was really, really hard. I think we were like on the verge of having to go and get jobs and kind of like slow the project down really, really close. I was like taking loans from my parents. And quite honestly, like this is a true story. The only thing that saved the project is that like towards the second half of last year, somebody bought our top tier legendary flower, which was called Archangel, for 42 Ethereum. That was our top sale by far, at the time. And yeah, quite literally that one person's just like belief in the project. He's a cool guy. I think he runs like an NFT hedge fund or something. So yeah, like literally saved us. Thank you. Thank you, benefactor.
Do you know who it is?
Yeah, I mean, we kind of know. We're not 100% sure. I'm not gonna like call it.
Got it. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have a quick episode today, so I definitely want to get Buffalo's last question here. I've got our merch store in front of me, which is really cool, and then we also had another great question, which I think is definitely something that you guys want to touch on with some clarity. And here's the question from 1111 Balance. He says, "Can you have them explain again the partnerships with dispensaries? They want to make it so you can get real weed at the dispensary with the NFTs. How would that work?" So if you guys could explain that one more time, and then we'll kind of wrap up the interview.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so we're going to do this in a couple of phases. So number one is, when people go to the dispensaries, they will start receiving these free cards. That's kind of like the hook. And it's sort of like a loot box in its own, that like people go to the dispensary and they receive a random card, and then they might want to come back to get more cards. So like we're kind of starting to establish relationships and loyalty with these brands and dispensaries by partnering with us, and we're kind of offering them a free thing, which is like, hey, give away our cool NFTs. So far, the dispensaries we've been talking to around California absolutely love this. I don't want to pre-announce anything too soon, but it's really looking like we'll have at least like 10 or so dispensaries that we'll launch with this year. Or we'll see some amount, but I'm hoping 10ish. And then the next phase from that is that we will start tracking like which of our users went to which dispensaries and got which cards, kind of as part of this redemption thing. This will allow us to give those users coupons and gift codes back to those dispensaries. So, okay, the flow is, you go into the dispensary, you receive a flower card. You're like, whoa, what is this? Redeem digital collectible NFT. Interesting. Scan the QR code, 30 seconds later, you're in the game. You're playing the game. Throughout the course of the gameplay, maybe as you harvest a flower, you're like, oh, you got a coupon back to that dispensary that you're at, and it's 15% off, for example. So that'll kind of start building this loyalty engagement loop. And then also we have some other kind of cool stuff that we can do in terms of flowers specifically for dispensaries. So you have to go to a specific dispensary to get like some sort of rare, like branded thing with them, or whatever kind of weird collecting aspects. And then in the future, what we would really love to do is push more of kind of like a direct crypto play in dispensaries. This is more challenging because it requires integrating with our point of sale systems to do like more tokenomics type stuff. But we were very interested in the idea of like a cannabis stablecoin originally. We're still interested in the idea. We're working with a partner who's also interested in the idea, so maybe we can get something there, but it's still a little bit speculative on that front.
Yeah. And the one thing I'd like to add to that is in terms of FLOWERpatch's audience, we do have the crypto side and we also have the cannabis side. Yep. So for us, this is a huge marketing campaign towards more of the cannabis general folks. There's going to be a lot of people that receive these NFT cards that have never heard of FLOWERpatch, let alone play games. So we're really going to be expanding in that direction as well as we go towards the crypto audience.
Man.
And the gaming audience too.
And the gaming audience.
Yeah, three different audiences.
Right.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm over here in Seattle with Stamina and Ari and a couple other lads. It's legalized on certain states in the U.S. and other countries. You get your arm chopped off for smoking it. So it's definitely one of those things right now that the rest of the world is coming along with this. I think you guys are definitely got a project here that I'm a huge fan of, but I'm not going to lie. Last week, I broke up with my girl, Mary Jane, and said I was going to take a break all summer. And now I'm sitting here talking to you guys going, oh, man, I'm getting the itch. But I love the project. You guys are here on NFT Live. Is there anything you want to drop right now? Any alpha, anything that you want to tell the lads about what you got going on right now?
All right, well, keep looking out for Flower Patch projects. Huge gameplay features coming out in the next 2 or 3 months. The game's going to look a whole lot different very, very soon, which is great, all in good ways. And last but not least, check out our Discord, Flower Patch. Join our 1,000+ community strong and keep up with the latest information.
Awesome.
Bam.
Oh, yeah.
There it is.
Hell yeah.
Well
This is actually, I want to add one more piece. Buff, if you could show my screen, the Flower Patch team actually was generous enough to drop this for a giveaway for one of the members in LADZ City. So we will be giving this away here right after the episode. Thank you guys so much for hopping on the episode. Thank you so much for being generous with this NFT as well.
Cheers. Love to be here.
Our pleasure. Thank you very much.
All right. Take care, guys. Wish you all the best.
Peace.
Oh, man. I tell you. I picked a bad time to quit
You got the
smoking.
itch. Yeah. I can
was
see
like,
your
of
itch
course,
there, man.
dude. I'm a regular. I'm a stoner, man. I'm not going to lie. So I love this. And you don't have to be a smoker, to enjoy a game like this. I think that they definitely have the right mindset. And I love the fact that they were able to get through the bear market. And huge shout out for going all in.
What a story.
In 2 weeks, I'm going all in on crypto. And when you believe that much in your project, you got to go all in. That is what this opportunity right now in the blockchain is for people that see it. You will be rewarded. So I wish them all the best. And lads, check them out for sure. They have a good vibe in this tribe.
Yeah, if you guys are still here, Flower Patch team, if you guys could answer some of it looks like we have more questions coming through. It'd be awesome to have you guys answer those questions. I think there's a mobile question as well. But man, there's so many projects on this channel that I get the first deep dive in the day before, we're knowing that we're having them on, and it's just like, what? This exists?
Exactly.
And this is definitely one of them.
Yeah,
man. They're just, wow.
I know.
So awesome, Poly.
It is.
There it is.
It is.
It is. And Buffalo's got to get back to real life here soon. So we're going to have an abbreviated episode. He's got to run in like the next 4 or 5 minutes. So we're really going to heavily hit this stuff really quick, which would be Wax as well as a couple of the generative art stuff. But again, Flower Patch is a game that I'm definitely going to be checking out just from a, just an aesthetic feel, man.
Oh,
to hear someone say, hey, I really just want you to play the game. It's not about it's not about the narrative of maybe making money, although that's awesome.
Yeah.
That was cool. The cool ethos.
It's a great answer to that too. I think it's one of those where if you're building a game for enjoyment, and you maybe you're going to profit from it. I mean, it is what it is. But to say you're going to profit from it, it's going to be different. So, all right, man. And what do we got to wrap it up?
All right, we're going to fly through this. Again, we got to get Buffalo out of here. First, we're going to hit the generative art pieces. So we have Gutter Cat Gang with a roadmap update that I want to get to you guys. So if you can really put on your reading glasses, let me zoom in here. Can I zoom? Can you let me zoom, please? All right, so we have the roadmap, a partnership with a high-profile NFT digital display company that will reward a few Gutter Cat owners, talks to buy a nice plot of land to bring the Gutter Cat Gang to the Metaverse, badass branding with a well-known Miami-based design company, POAP arts, and beginning stages of crowdsourcing story arcs for the Gutter Cat Gang. So that is a roadmap update from their Discord. I'll also get into Super Yetis. Guys, Super Yetis this is actually huge. And Buffalo's going to completely miss this because he's got to go to work. But I will be here chilling, looking at my Yeti. There is a 3 p.m. Eastern Standard. That is in 15 minutes. These Super Yetis will be revealed. So another generative art piece there that is going to have some news associated. Buffalo, are you ready for this?
I am, and I'm hoping that it's so random, right? Like there's no mints to any of this. It's truly like you get whatever random one you get, right? And I'm guessing that's how it goes down. So I could open it later tonight and not like be a late.
No, you lose your Super Yeti if you're not there, dude.
I should have read the fine print. Damn it!
So yeah, you'll be able to do that. I don't know if it's an actual process or if I think they're all just gonna kind of appear all at once. I don't think anybody's gonna need to do an action. The second part there, man, is with the question mark reveal. You actually have a lot of these secondary market sales. So Yetis are actually going for 2x right now, 2 or 3x what someone paid for it. So congratulations to somebody who got in there at that point, I believe, one price. All right, I got to run through this, guys. So we have Bored Ape coming through with their community grants program. This was awesome. They have their first awardees, so they're rewarding anywhere from 2,000 all the way up to about 3,000 for these different pieces. I'll put this in the chat now if you want to take a look at it, but this is the power of community. They're able to take that capital that they were able to raise in that initial sale and put that to work in their community. So we have some story arc things here. We have some residency programs. There looks like some real estate in the sandbox. So really cool stuff from the Bored Apes. You got anything there?
I can't wait to get more involved in generative art, man, and I'm very excited for the lads to come up with a project, which right now, behind the scenes, you guys, we're getting our brains, we're going down the rabbit hole, we're thinking of some things. If you would like to participate at all, or you have ideas of what direction we should go, let us know, because the conversations have started, and they're getting louder, and we're writing things down. We've got our court reporter, everything that we're saying, we're writing down, jogging down, and we're seeing, where should we go with this, Q? Where should we go?
Absolutely, man. I think you're going to hear more information about that, but we won't let a little bit too much slip there. So I've got Crypto Slam. I just want to cover Wax really quickly, and then we got to get out of here. I don't think we can touch the last thing, although Cometh is doing some really cool things with the Polygon Grand Prix. Wax is doing some awesome things. You can see they make up a solid amount of this trading activity here on Crypto Slam. This is secondary market sales. So you often see a lot of users trading. So 2,500 trading there. We've got 300 here, 249 here, 2,500 here. So that's a lot on the average there. NBA Top Shot doing about 16,000. So we're looking at Wax. We're continuously following them. They just released an ETH bridge where you can actually go. Let me see if I can't find that, and that'll be the last story, Buff. I know I got to get you out. So the ETH bridge here is going to allow people to buy ETH or buy WAXP with ETH. That's going to be the biggest thing, or at least trade for WAXE. So it's been a constant struggle to get WAXP in the hands of people, but that is kind of something that we're monitoring. I think they did some things with Street Fighter as well. If you have Street Fighter cards, those things are kind of getting some utility pieces there that are being added for farming. So that is it. We thank you so much, Crypto Buffalo, for coming through. # free Ronin, and thank you so much, FLOWERpatch, for coming on, man. That was freaking epic.
It was. I love it, and I look forward to just following up with them and stick with us here at LADZ City. You guys would love to help your project grow, and that's one of the great things about this show and all the other shows on this network is the guests come in and they form a residency here, man. They start building a tower in that city, and that's what I love about this. Is we never know, who they are until they come on and the vibe they bring. And those guys brought amazing vibes, so I'm very excited for them.
Absolutely, man. We've got that giveaway that we will be announcing, a multitude of giveaways, mostly for our nobles in LADZ City, those that are holding the most LADs in LADZ City. They're getting rewarded there. So super excited for that. Another NFT live episode. We took you around the Metaverse. Gave you a great interview with FLOWERpatch, building big things here on LADZ City. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. You killed it. Thank you for the questions. All right, Buff. We're out of here, man.
We're out of here before I get fired.
I can't wait to see what Super Yeti you got, man.
Later, guys.